We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Pittsburgh Steelers. And off we go from Denver. Here comes Deontay Harris from his end zone.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. 10 seconds. Let's get off the field.
They go play action here. Mon. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Check 26, check 38. Check. Shit. Drill green. Shit. Whip.
They find some open field here. And on the way home for a Broncos score. A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Broncos are on the board here first in the season opener. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. First down, it's got him very close to the line to gain, just shy of the 35.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run. I don't know about you, partner, but on 2nd and inches, a lot of the times I'm leery about the offensive guys thinking about taking a shot downtown. Instead, they just hand it to the big man and let him rumble forward for a first down.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. It was Von Miller who shot in there to get him down. running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly, because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. Back deep, Deontay Harris. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season, and they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Mon now off of play action. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. The battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Micah Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to wind up and air it out. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. So that'll back him up 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Von Miller picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Pressure coming, and they got him once again. Tanner Muse, he's the one that drops him this go-around. And that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And Boswell's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Off the play fake, Mon. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line. From the 38, Mon. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Mon going to throw it. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that plan any down.
They'll run on 1st down. Harris, and room there to work it inside the 25. 43 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
2nd and 3. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can...
It got his man, complete. Touchdown, Broncos. K.J. Hamler, 95 yards. And the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
McManus's point after is good, and that pushes the lead up to 11. after the touchdown. Here's McManus now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Harris starts the drive on the ground.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Harris. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
On 1st down, Harris. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Open man completes it to Claypool. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And in for the Steelers, touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster from 21 yards away. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounced back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is down to 4. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mond. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And now here's a carry heading left. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now Mon. Flushed out right. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Now a handoff looking right. That he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now a handoff as they run left side. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by McManus is good. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
84 yards on the ground for him so far. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now here's another carry for Harris. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
They'll run on first down. It's Harris, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action Week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game, has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day one.
On first down, Harris. And he's got it across mid. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take. And once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
2nd and 8 coming up. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. He's got it at the 15. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Chase Claypool, 49 yards. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Boswell for the extra point. And he gets it to go, and we're all even. 17 apiece. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Here's Mond. That's complete. Okui-Bunam. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Here we go. Blue 32. Black 13.
Mond looks to throw. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. From the 45 on 2nd down, Mond escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. On play action, they'll throw. Got a man complete. It's Hamler. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Now they try the right side here. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. And now here's a carry heading left. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with third down looming. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that will be incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected fourth down here.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Here we go with Williams. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. He'll look to throw. Ebron caught left side. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll drop to throw. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. They hand this off to Harris, and this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. They'll run again with Harris. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. Call it a gain of 5 that time. They'll be left with a third down and about 9 to go.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on third down. Now back to throw. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he's going to get this inside the 30. So a nice throw there. And, CD, I have to think you've been impressed with what you've seen thus far here in his debut.
Now, you know me well. I have been impressed because what I've seen is him starting to understand how to play the game in a short amount of time. The dazzling plays, they'll come with experience. But right now, we're seeing him handle the game, make all the smart plays, and the right reads.
And he finds his target, Ebron. Touchdown! Eric Ebron, 28 yards. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Obviously a huge touchdown for their team, but a big touchdown for a rookie quarterback here to be able to break the tie in the fourth quarter.
And he just shook off all the pressure, too. Because when you think about it, tie ball game, rookie quarterback, most of them are thinking, don't make a mistake. Instead, this young man just said, I'll make a play.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Here comes Harris out of the end zone. No return there for Harris, and the drive will begin at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And this is caught on the sideline. Are the feet in? They are. What a catch. It's a big play there for the Broncos.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
Mond looks to throw on first down. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Reuben Foster picks it. And the Steelers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. They run again with Harris. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 107 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run. Here's Harris. Shouting through the defense and taking it across midfield and inside the 45. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
And they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And the knee is taken for the Steelers out of the victory formation. And the knee is taken for the Steelers out of the victory formation. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Steelers, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll have another